I'm doing a full Pw80 top end. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. First, take that exhaust off down there, let that slide free. And then unplug your spark plug, and then start moving these 4 bolts right here. Once those are off, slide the cylinder head out of the way. And it might take some wiggling, but you can get this cylinder off. Slide the whole cylinder off. Next, you want to take out these studs and clean up this gasket and the whole area around there. Put a rag in there so nothing falls in the motor. If you have one that's really stuck, put 2 of the old nuts on, and then use this one and back it out. They'll eventually start to work this stud out of here. And the next step is pull that clip off and push that through this way, the side you took the clip off on. Once that's off and the wrist pin comes out, check and make sure you don't have a whole lot of play up and down, which this thing has pretty much none. Make sure it doesn't have excessive left to right. It's got a tiny bit, but not much. Yeah, pull it up and down, like up and down. Let's see if it's got a lot of play, and if it does, you need new crank bearings, but this one's pretty good. So now I'm just gonna put something in there and then clean up all this gasket in this whole area. Let's get that surface cleaned off pretty good. Start threading these new studs in. Once those are all tight, put your cylinder gasket on. So this one I do a little weird. I'm gonna put 1 pin in, 1 clip in, put your piston rings in, make sure they're facing like this. And then I put it in the cylinder before, because these rings are really hard to compress and slide in there. So I'd rather do that here and then just slide the wrist pin and everything in there. So make sure your arrow is facing the exhaust side. I mean, it doesn't really matter, you can twist it when it's in there, but just get this piston in the cylinder. You're gonna have to compress these by your fingers. Now, put your wrist pin in, slide your crank all the way up, slide the cylinder down, get that lined up, and then shove your pin in once it's lined up. Once that's all the way on, slide your clip in. The easiest way to do this is just kind of keep pressure on it, put it in there as much as you can, and then use a flathead to kind of just push it the rest of the way. Then put your head gasket on, and then your actual head, and then tighten down the 4 bolt nuts. And you want to torque them down in a crisscross pattern, so kind of like there, 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 there. And I found 8 foot-pounds or 10 foot-pounds, so just somewhere in there. Put the spark plug in, pull that little cap off, and plug it in. Then put your exhaust back on,